Good morning. Welcome to Tuesday. Well, I thought I would talk about Thanksgiving today, an appropriate subject. But unfortunately, back to gun violence and the targeting of the LGBTQ community. I keep thinking we've moved past that kind of thing. Got this bill in Congress that even that's bipartisan, that's actually got bipartisan support, and the Mormon Church. What is the obsession with bias? Why do we have to live in fear of those kinds of mad responses? And so this morning I want to say a prayer for the victims of the shooting in Colorado Springs. And this is how sad this world is. I just go onto my computer and change the names and numbers. But this is a beautiful prayer by Alden Solovy. Author of life, source, and creator, grant a perfect rest under your tabernacle of peace to the victims of the massacre in Colorado Springs. 5 people whose lives were cut off by violence in a rampage of aggression beyond understanding, targeted by vehemence and hate. May their souls be bound up in the bond of life, a living blessing in our midst, and may they rest in peace. God of justice and mercy, send healing to those wounded in this assault. 5 people who were killed, so many more struck by brutality. Remember all the survivors of this attack, witnesses of shock, horror, and dismay. Ease their suffering and release their trauma so they may recover their lives of joy and wonder one day. Grant them your shelter and solace, blessing and renewal. Grant them the endurance to survive, strength to rebuild, faith to mourn, and courage to heal. Help us, God. Idaho, Virginia, Columbine, Buffalo, Poway, Pittsburgh, Boulder. So many names we forget the details, except every family member grieving the madness of gun violence. How much more blood will be spilled? When will sanity return? Sandy Hook, Aurora, Charleston, Washington Navy Yard, Red Lake. When will the U.S. confront this scourge of violence, because there is blood everywhere? God of love and shelter, remember the families and friends of the dead and wounded in Colorado Springs and throughout the U.S. Remember them with comfort and consolation. Grant them your protection, your wholeness, and healing. Heavenly Guide, put an end to anger, hatred, and fear in our hearts, and lead us to a time when no one will suffer at the hand of another. Speedily, we pray, in our day. I grieve with you. You grieve with me, this madness. And pray for the faith that we continue to speak out, to pray, and to move into a world where the wolf will lie down with the lamb, and the guns will be turned into gardening tools, the plowshares from pruning pruning hooks from plowshares. Sorry for the end. That's our vision of God's world, and let us live into it. Have a grateful day. Bye.